Hello guys, welcome back to this segment. I hope your day is going well. As usual, a big appreciation to every single one of you for tuning in to watch the video. And if you're watching on Facebook, please do well to follow the page. And of course, if it's on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel and share the video, guys, to get across to a lot of people. So as usual, I have some interesting update in this video, and there's this man that we talked about in one of the previous videos, Victor Ezeji, the ex-Nigerian Spy striker who played majorly for the MPFL League. He's something of a legend in the Nigerian Professional Football League. And the last time we talked about him, he obviously had advice for NFF as to how they are going to manage the situation within Nigerian Spy and avoid having crisis, that we've been having recently, especially firing coaches and not giving them enough time and all of that. So, but right now, this man is still in the news for the reason of advising Victor Osimhen. So Victor Ezeji, when he was talking to the media recently, he delved into Victor Osimhen's situation, transfer situation specifically, and of course we know we know the situation with Victor Osimhen in terms of transfers. Lately, it's been a very hectic matter where we thought it was going to end. I mean, the minute we thought it was going to end, there's just a whole new level to it, and then it gets really complicated again. Of course, you know that Victor Osimhen currently wants to leave Napoli. Napoli wants to sell him, and but right now there hasn't been any buyer that's able to meet up Napoli's 130 million euros evaluation of Victor Osimhen. PSG tried their best. I think they were the closest to actually try and snap up Osimhen, but they were also not willing to pay up to 130 million. The last bid that they did was 80 million euros, but PSG wasn't interested in that one because they also had their plans. They wanted a certain Asian player from PSG as well as 19 plus million euros, which wasn't a good deal for PSG, so they declined. But right now, Victor Ezeji is now advising Osimhen that he should not be in a haste to actually want to leave Napoli. This is now suggesting that leaving Napoli might not be the best decision for Osimhen, that he could still have a future with Napoli and then wait for a few more years before he eventually make that move to that club of his dream. And I'm just going to try and read what this man is saying just to give you an idea or give you the whole idea of how he said it. So Victor Ezeji said, I don't think he needs to leave Napoli right now. He's thriving there. He should continue focusing on his game. If a big transfer opportunity arises, it will come in due course. And then he continues, from my perspective, it seems like he might be trying to force a move, which could be detrimental. He is well loved at Napoli, and if he keeps performing well, the big clubs will come for him. And then he goes, he was initially linked with several clubs across Europe, but with the transfer window nearing its end, there hasn't been significant progress. Then for his last advice, he sort of chipped in a little bit of advice, of some sort to Osimhen regarding his character and attitude. When he said he should also reflect on his attitude. His recent outburst with Finidi George might have impacted the situation. He might not see it now, but over time, he will realize that approach wasn't the best. So this just caps off everything that the veteran striker, ex-striker rather, has now told Victor Osimhen. Talks about a number of things, basically what has been happening around Victor Osimhen's life in recent times. Of course, he is interested in Osimhen's situation because he was once a striker. Not just any striker, but one of the longest serving strikers in the Nigerian football. And of course, he was quite prolific for himself, which, the proof is for the fact that he actually won Champions League twice with Eimba. For me, I agree with some of the things that Victor Ezeji has told Osimhen, especially in the area of character, having a calm head and trying to think things through before you actually act. That is something I also would support. But in the area of sticking around, at Napoli for, for some more seasons, just because the fans love you and they don't want you to go. This is what Victor Ezegi is saying, because the fans love him, that therefore he should stay. Forgetting that the fans are not exactly the people that own the club. Yes, fans are the most important, people in football or in any sport, because without the fans, obviously you're not, doing the sport for anyone to watch or to enjoy. But again, if the fans love you and the management wants to sell you, obviously it's not going to work. You're going to be sold. So this is why I personally don't agree with Victor Ezegi's advice, telling Osimhen to stick around for some more time, probably 1 or 2 years, and then make that move at the right time. I think the right time, obviously, is now. The only issue is, of course, the huge demand from Napoli. It's crazy how you would want 130 million euros for Osimhen. In a season that he had a lot of issues, he did not live up to the expectation. And if club side want to buy a player, they usually want to buy this player based on their current form. And you and I can agree, even though we are Nigerians, that Osimhen hasn't really, lived up to the expectation for any club to buy him 130 million euros. This past season, he had a lot of issues. He had injury issues, family issues, which came into the game. Issues with the club's management and all of that. Form as well. He tried his best, got 15 goals, in the season, but it still isn't enough for any club to buy him at that amount. And remember, these clubs are also worried that Osimhen might not be able to stay fit, because he has been having fitness issues almost every two weeks or 3 weeks. So this is sort of a big risk for some of these clubs, which is why they are not willing to make that huge monetary investment for Osimhen, because they are not sure about it. And this man now, the legendary striker, is advising Osimhen to maybe stick around and not force his way out. For me, I feel like Osimhen should force his way out. This is my opinion, because this is the right time. Of course, when the big clubs come, the big clubs are obviously coming. The PSGs, the Arsenal at some point, even the Man U's, Chelsea, these clubs are coming. This is the right time. In fact, it's already late. Osimhen should have been sold last season. That was when he should have gone. But the mistakes were made. He signed an extra 1 year contract, and Napoli used that opportunity to tie him down to that contract, which right now we've started to see that it was a big mistake. Even the Napoli's president recently, this past week, said that he's regretting not selling Osimhen last season. That if he knew the sale of Osimhen is going to be hard as it is right now, he would have actually sold Osimhen last season. This is the admission of the top hierarchy of this Napoli football club. And again, it just shows you how greed obviously made him to run into this situation right now. Last season, yes, they would have sold Osimhen for a really good price, up to 100 million euros, if I'm not mistaken. But right now, they might have to be forced to let Osimhen even go on free, at some point, or even selling for some chicken chain that is not even up to what they want to make. But that's what's currently happening right now. Ex-Nigerian striker, actually advising Osimhen to not force a move, to not submit a transfer request, and wait, for a couple more seasons, 1 or 2, and then make that move, just because the fans love him and they want him to stay. What is your opinion about this? Do you think this man is right by advising Osimhen to stick around for some more time? But that's the update, guys. Thanks for sticking around for this one. Don't forget to leave your reaction. Follow Football Stories on Facebook, and subscribe on YouTube. Share the video, guys. Leave a thumbs up for this one. Take care of yourselves till I come your way again with some more interesting updates.